Hello, welcome back again. Yassine here. What do we have? We still went down. Bear market, I mentioned that before. I said we probably going to retest down all the way to that line, 35.15. It looks going. If you noticed, the 8 moving average, which is the purple line, we haven't even, it was actually one day here that actually we went above it, we crossed above it, and then we came right back. We got rejected, and then since then we didn't even close above that 8 moving average. That for me, it's really indication of an accelerated downside. Like nobody's liking what's happening with the Fed and then the inflation. From my perspective, it looks like I said before, last time, we're gonna come down. You see that resistance right here, 1 2 3. It looks like we're coming down to it. We're gonna test it. We could probably go all the way lower and then reverse back, and we asked about what could happen, because that was a resistance before, so we could bounce back. We could have some type of rally from here all the way up to retest that 21 moving average, or even the 50 moving average. But as far right now, it just going sideways. Cash is a position. That's all I can advise you. Where we can go even lower than that. So look at the monthly chart, because we just closed the September just closed. So I want you to look at this candle. So this is like the September candle, and it closed below the low of that. What month is that? That was July's candle. So the monthly closes. You want to look at the weekly. You want to look at the monthly too. So that gives you an indication. So closing below that candle, it's an indication of going even lower. And if you notice back here, we had that resistance in here, so we could even test that. So again, resistance becomes support become resistance, and then we can even go lower. If that actually is not a low, you can even go lower another, probably another 18% lower. So we might go. So the first thing I would say, we could be testing the low of this month, which is the November of 2020. So that could be a spot. So every time we're going lower, so you want to keep looking at those pivot points. So pivot point, which is like a previous support. So those could be like a bouncing area. It could be a new pivot where a new bull market could start. So that's what you want to watch. But you just stay on the side, and if you don't know how to short, just stay on the side and protect your capital. That's the main thing right now. So like I said, we could be coming down, retest these low. If we violate that low of that month right there, we could be coming down all the way and retesting that low, that previous resistance, which is like almost was like about 3,000 on the SPY. Going back to the weekly, see, like I said, we started even way back here when I said there's way lower prices going to come. We're going to have some volatility. So we have volatility with that week, and we got rejected. We closed below the low of that candle, and then we keep coming down. You look at to the left, you see resistance right in this line here. It looks like we're coming to it. If that doesn't hold, we can coming down to the next one, and you keep looking for the next one. So the main thing is you want to watch for a follow through. If follow through day, even a follow through day, if you study chart, follow through day doesn't mean, does not mean that we're going to have a new bull market right from there, because those follow through days, if you look at the previous charts, they do fail sometimes. So what you want to watch, you want to look for. So for example, you want to if you go back when we had that flash crash here, so we came down. Look at that acceleration sell-off. Like look at that 8 moving average. We didn't even close above it. We did not. That was like that tells you how intense was that sell-off. So we had a follow through. They actually was on April 6th, right, that day. Even if we had that, like let's say we are in that time right now, you don't say that we're gonna have we did have follow through. That means we're gonna have a run from that area. No, it can fail, because it did fail so many times. What you want to see is, we see that we flagged in here, and then we broke, and then you want to see the prices holding above in that level. You don't want to see them coming down. So let's say we had that resistance in here. So you don't want to see them coming down this way. So actually what would happen, we held the prices, and that's what you want to see for the next bull market. You want to see prices hold, and then starting slowly to creep in and starting to close above these moving averages. Now look at how the moving average is starting to come back like it was it used to be before. Even though we could have probably had a rejection from that 50 moving average, which I really do pay attention a lot, because if you study chart, you're gonna see that we do have get rejected so many times on a down turn. So look what happened. So we went, moving averages flipped to the other side, and then we started to creeping above that moving average, and when we held it, we kept going sideways the whole time. That's what you want to see next time. Those are going to be your moment to tell you, oh, this is something new, something is changing in the market. Forget about the news, forget about what everybody's saying, and paying attention to the price. And then like what happened here, we started making higher lows, and then from there you can probably see here we're starting to gap, we're starting to close above. That could be here all this time. You could have been looking for stocks that are making new all-time high, where majority of people, they're going to be actually bearish, which is a good thing. And then when you're starting to dip your toes right on this area, that means you start buying a little bit at a time, and then from there you get some confirmation that the market, like you look at all the moving average, they flipped. So and then they come to how they actually look the way they're supposed to be on the bull market. So here we have them. We have the 8 down, and then above it the green, and then you have the 50 above. Now we have everything here, vice versa. And then if you would have started buying and picking stocks from here, the bull market will went all the way up. You could have been making money. Not necessarily you need to be all the way from here, but if you just wait for it, get confirmation and do your homework, which is basically what I've been telling you all this time. Look for stocks that are making all-time high, where the market's gonna. So when the market's gonna be starting to make a new bottom in here, starting to go up, some of the stocks actually gonna be already breaking out to the upside and making all-time high. That's what's happening in here in that area. So that's the next thing you want to look for. So did you homework, or you haven't done your homework? So I did my homework. I've been screening for stocks on a daily basis, and there's a bunch of names actually that are still holding while the market is taking a hit. So a couple names I'm going to go through really quick. So I sold all my positions, all my long positions, but I'm still holding like I showed you last time, and I'm up on some short positions. Stocks that they look good so far. XMTR, if you've been watching me, I mentioned the stocks before so many times, and I sold it, but it's still actually holding. I don't want to buy anything long right now because the market looks like really ugly. Even though some stocks may still holding, but it's not going to be that potential. You want to wait. XMTR. Another one, was it DLGGO? I think at top tier wrong, or DCGO. I think, yeah, that's the one. Look at this one. It's still holding above the 21 moving average. Calm, I thought it was going to be good, but it's not. It's been starting to get rejected, so that's not really good. It's been holding so far until last day on Friday. A new one, HCLIT. This is making all-time high, so this could be a leader too. I wouldn't get onto it right now because it's a little bit late. Another stock you want to keep paying attention to is CALX. Another one that this is software, and it's holding so far. INSW, that's another name. ELF, I had a position on this one and I sold it. DGII, another good name they want to watch. Another good name you want to watch is FREY. You can pause the video and then look at them on your spare time. This one is still holding above the 21. It tells you something. RXDX, this is one bio. I was holding this one and I sold it as soon as it violates following my selling rules that I mentioned in my previous video. So I was holding it until that day and I got out, and I didn't make no money of it. It's like break even. Another one is GRIN. It's been holding so far, not as good, but it's still holding that 21. Anything that's holding above 21 and 50, you want to watch them. PLMR. I had this stock actually, and I made some money out of it, but it's starting to. I got kicked out right in there, right at the opening of that day. I got kicked out. It still looks good though. You want to watch it, and we just go sideways. That's what's happening. Another one is SWAV. This is a healthcare, and I know this company. Suave, it got rejected and it climbed back that moving average. You just want to make sure that we're starting to stay above the high of that breakdown candle. You don't want to see it coming down here. If you see anything starting to coming down, that's a good way to short, but I wouldn't short this stock. It's really strong. TMCI, another one. Which one again? FSLR. It's still holding. I think this one's a little bit extended, but yeah, see how far it is from the 21 and 8. So I wouldn't get on it right now. But it's just wait for it. Let the market set itself up. And that's about it. That's all the names I want to watch. And nothing that I notice is like bio stocks companies are really the biotech health sector. They're really holding, so you want to watch those names. There's other names that I didn't mention, but these are actually the majority of the stocks that I'm still watching. As far as Bitcoin, there's nothing on Bitcoin that it's same thing here. Nothing fancy. We're just going sideways. It looks like we're gonna probably break all these candles looking depressed, and it wants to break that low that support line. And like I said before, we can go all the way down to the previous low, previous resistance, which was about 12,000 ish. So you wanna keep an eye on it. Nothing has changed. Even though Ethereum, same thing. Those candles are getting depressed and there's no, I mean, the sellers are still in control. So that's what I want to mention. The one thing I want to mention to you, I did create a new channel. So if you like ambient sounds and music, relaxing music, I listen to those music actually when I screen for stocks, like something like really that's calming, relaxing, and soothing. So I created a new channel. Support. That's the new channel I just created. I'm gonna be posting something that I love doing all the time. So you can go ahead and like some videos and give it a shot. Subscribe if you like it. And that's about it. I hope you get some value out of this, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.
Wow.